And welcome everyone to Highgate Arena in a very cold and crisp Highgate, Vermont, as we get to see an incredible matchup this evening in an early season contest between two top contenders in Vermont Division II ice hockey. It's Milton and Missisquoi. Now, these two teams share this rink, and tonight they will face off. It's a capacity crowd. We are shoulder to shoulder, bumping elbows with everyone inside this rink today. Almost no parking outside the arena. I'm Nick Mumley alongside Dustin Tanner. Dustin, we have a really good game tonight between the two teams that I have ranked 8th and 9th in the state of Vermont.
Well, you know, these are two teams in D2 that are going to be really good. You know, this is an early season matchup to see who's going to have that high ground when it comes playoff time, right? Because both these teams are going to be trying to get home field advantage, and it's going to be interesting because these teams both are in their window. You know, this is the year. If MVU is going to do it, if Milton's going to do it, this is the year. So it's really interesting to see these two teams play. Happy to have you back on the mic, Nick. It's nice to hear a familiar voice.
I'm happy to be here, and it couldn't be for a better rivalry, MVU and Milton hockey. Obviously, as a former player for the Thunderbirds, I got to experience this rivalry for 3 years. It was my favorite. I looked forward to the Milton games every year as a Thunderbird, and they never disappointed. Always close games, and there's been a couple of blowouts in there too. MVU and Milton have both gotten their swings at each other in blowouts in the last 5 or 10 years. So this is going to be a really exciting game. MVU coming in at 1-2 on the season. They started off with 2 really difficult losses, but then blew out MMU 10-3 the other night. And Milton's off to a hot start as well. They actually defeated South Burlington by a score of 6-2 early on in the year. So both teams will be very good tonight and expect a really good battle as we are underway. Missisquoi with the puck, skating diagonal across the zone is Kyle Gilbert. He'll flip it back in to be played by Cooper Goodrich, and the senior defenseman will try to swat it around. Now he'll take it up over his blue line, dodge a hit, going in towards it with Hunter Mason in the far side corner. Mason will backhand it around. Picking it up there is Stephen King. King will try to flip it up the boards, and now a scrum forward in the near side corner. Flipped back down in by Milton. King there to play it. On the backhand, he'll cut out in front of his own net. Move across, take a big hit there from Owen Perry, a senior defenseman for Milton. This is a very senior-laden core for the Milton Yellow Jackets this year. A lot of players that have been around for a long time in this program. They've played a lot of Division II hockey, and that just furthers our point about how if Milton was going to win the championship for the first time since the 1970s, this would be the year. Yeah, you know, Milton has had a couple of decent years the last few years of the hockey program, going not all the way to Gutterson, but deep in the playoffs, and nobody's expected them to. And, you know, they have a good team this year. And one of the things that's going to be interesting about watching this game in particular is that, you know, both teams share this barn again. And when both teams share this barn, the crowd is 50-50. Most of the time it's an all MVU crowd, but it's a Milton MVU crowd. So, you know, establish that dominance, get your fan base into this game. That's going to be very important, more important than we normally see if most of the hockey games we cover, Nick. About a minute and a half into this game is played here behind by Mason Lemnoff for the Thunderbirds, a senior on their team. It's not a very big senior class for Missisquoi. Their best year to win was last year, I think, with Braylon Perrin. As Mason moves in, Mason fires a shot. That's deflected down by Austin Rock for Milton. A good block there as Mason plays it right in front of us over here in the near side corner. Flipped back up there to Stephen King, who's getting a lot of ice time. This top line on the ice, a lot for MVU. Mason has it knocked away. He goes into the corner against Rock, gets knocked off the puck, back to the point. Shot from the left point is stopped by the right pad of Ehler in net for Milton. Milton's spending a lot of time with this puck early. You know, if I'm MVU, I want to try to get this in the zone a little more. MVU's, I don't want to say they're getting outskated right now, but they're not generating a lot as opposed to what Milton has been doing so far. Picking it up at the right point is the MVU senior captain, Kyle Gilbert. He'll flip it back in. Ehler tries to put a stick to it. Couple of bodies go by without making a play. Now Milton picks it up. It's Zach Kay bringing it up for Milton. He'll dump it in, and this will be icing as Milton will get a change. 12:23 to go in the first period of play. Yeah, so, you know, good back and forth so far. The goalie's coming to the bench to get some water. And he drops the water. He didn't have the water bottle. Oh. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come tonight for Jackson Ehler. Well, Jackson Ehler is one of the better goalies. An incredibly difficult time picking up the water bottle. But yeah, I can assure you he's one of the best goaltenders in Division II. He's right up there with Henry Green over in Woodstock, who's just done some phenomenal things and continues to this year as Milton starts in on a rush. It's Perry, bring it up, fires a shot, it's blocked down, and it deflects off into the corner. Now MVU trying to go end-to-end with the puck here. A couple of players run into each other, now still going for it. Jackson Porter's in there for MVU along with Carter Letourneau. Picked back up here by Gilbert. Gilbert will deflect it in off the boards to be played by Caleb Bernier behind for Milton. Now he'll set it back up, but not out. A shot flutters on and a save by Ehler. A big juicy rebound goes away towards the corner. Lemnach couldn't make a play on the puck. It'll come back into the near side. Going for it there is Goodrich. Goodrich tries to get it loose, but a couple of Thunderbirds in there, including Stephen King. Goodrich will get it away from King, move it up to Cameron Fougere, and Fougere will move it up diagonally across the red line. In comes Milton now on the attack. Nick D'Souza back behind the net. D'Souza gets taken off the puck by Gilbert, and it'll go into the corner.
For the Yellow Jackets, D'Souza has been in the paper a couple times. He's one of their bigger goal scorers, so watch for him tonight when Milton needs a goal. He's one of the better players on this team. Multi-sport athlete, actually, too.
Owen Perry working behind the net. He'll put it back up to the right point. Looking for a shot is Bernier, and this one will go back behind the goal. Milton looking to set something up here, but they turn it over. Played there by Missisquo's Caden LaPlante, a freshman on this team. That shot is blocked down, but it stays in the zone at the point. Whiffing on the shot there was Nick D'Souza on the right point, but they still have it. Trying to make a play out in front is Perry. Couldn't get it on net. MVU will clear. This will be an icing, and we'll see a face-off back down in the MVU zone with 10:46 to go.
I love what Milton was doing there. They had a good screen set in front of the net. There was traffic in front of the MVU goaltender. That was how you want to get some chances if you are the Yellow Jackets, because if the goalie can't see, he's not going to be able to stop it, right? Get more bodies in front of the net. Take those shots from the point. You're going to have to get a couple greasy goals. When two good teams go against each other like this, you need a couple bounces.
Here comes MVU at 2-on-3, developing, winding, firing a shot that goes straight out of the netting and right out of the rink by Jackson Porter.
Fan gets themselves a souvenir to take home.
A Happy Gilmore shot from Porter. Almost strikes the children up there in near the Maha offices.
That's no longer the Maha office.
It isn't?
That's the Milton locker room.
Oh.
Fun fact.
I didn't know that.
On the broadcast
I guess so. That's a very strange locker room for Milton that you have to go upstairs to do, much like the MVU girls team. MVU now with it on the goal line, trying to find something there. Couldn't get it done. It comes loose, back played there by Lefebvre. Lefebvre gets crunched into the boards. Jackson Porter goes in to give chase. Zach Kay in there as well. Played away by Kyle Rafferty, and Rafferty will move it along, but not out. At the point, wrist shot from the right or from the left point is stopped. Miller will wait and cover it.
Looks like Jackson's waiting there to see, like, does anybody want this? Are we gonna break out? Are we gonna go here? All right, I'll just freeze it, you know.
Smart play by Ehler there. A lot of pressure from MVU, but it will garner an offensive zone face-off for the Thunderbirds here with just under 5 minutes gone in this first stanza.
Fast moving first period so far, even though it doesn't feel like it's been 5 minutes. It has.
Corbin Schreindorfer, wearing Braylon Parent's old number 23, takes the faceoff. He's another one of the freshmen on this Missisquoi team. And a breakaway now, a shot, and a stop by Bouchard.
Beautiful save.
Great save by P.J. Bouchard, who we have not talked about today. Nick D'Souza walked right in. The Milton captain had a beautiful opportunity, probably should have buried it.
Well, you know, good defensive play there by
Bouchard makes the play.
to not take a penalty that would have resulted in probably a penalty shot, because, you know, you get a shot like that, you get a breakaway, it's very easy to hack at him and knock him down, but they didn't. They stayed defensively disciplined and let the goalie do his work, and here they come. Here
comes Stephen King, fires a shot on. That's a tough one to stop, and Ehler able to send it away with the blocker. It ate him up big time there, and Milton was able to clear it away of any danger. Moving to keep it in there for MVU was Luke Fellows, another freshman. A lot of freshmen on this MVU team this year. And it's getting to the point for me, Dustin, now 3 years out of high school. Barely any of these kids are my former teammates, so I kind of have to look back at the Missisquoi roster, and it's like the first time in my life I've ever had to do that.
Yeah, now you're feeling a little old, aren't you?
I am feeling a little bit old. As this one's back below the goal line. Milton trying to find something out in front. Cleared away by Kyle Gilbert, who I did play with in high school, if you were wondering.
All right, well, that's good. It's interesting. I saw some of these kids in the hall, as most viewers know from last year. I work at Milton High School, so seeing some of these kids in the hall talking about this game, they're excited for it. And, it's interesting to see the students you normally see skipping class.
Now, what do the Milton hockey players think of the move back to Highgate as opposed to playing their home games at Carnes with 50,000 other local Chittenden County
Well,
teams?
you know, I haven't heard people really complaining about it. I've heard some people a little grumpy about it. I've heard some people are happy with it. It's they didn't really have a choice. They had to move back up here. MMU, CVU took that last spot at Carnes, and since they're one of the bigger teams, they get that. Milton gets bumped.
There's a shot on and a left pad save there from Bouchard off the faceoff. And MVU will take it right back up on their own goal line, trying to get it away in the far side corner. Picked up there. There's a wrist shot. That's well wide of the net. Going in over for it is Lemnaugh. Lemnaugh tries to get it loose. Porter will look for it there. It'll come back down to Lemnaugh once again. He'll stop on a dime, pass it over to Gilbert. Lemnaugh turns it over, kept in by Kyle Rafferty. He'll rip it around the boards. Isaac Overton gives chase into the corner. MVU has a player just kind of sitting up against the boards. Nothing really going on there. Porter will try to dig it out. And now here comes Jackson Porter. Porter will move it in and drive towards the corner against Austin Rock, who's been a rock defensively for Milton so far in this game. Picked up now by Jackson Scharschmidt, and he'll send it back in. To be played here by Charlie Gates, an assistant captain for MVU in his junior year. As this one's taken away now, MVU trying to put in some pressure, but Milton looking to get back up the other way. It's Rock with it. He loses the puck in his feet. Puck still loose at the point there in the MVU zone. It'll be knocked back out and sent around. Penalty upcoming.
Coming up against the T-Birds.
Ehler will head to the bench, and MVU will be short-handed on the first penalty of the night. We'll see what it is here at 7:28 of the first period.
Well, you know, we said we were going to have a possible championship preview type of matchup, and guess what we have so far, Nick? We got two teams that are just so evenly matched. You know, MVU's had a couple shots now. Milton's had a couple shots now, but nobody really getting that advanced pressure now that we're a couple more minutes into the game. First power play is going to be very interesting for the Yellow Jackets. See what they can do.
So Milton on the power play. The penalty is to another MVU freshman, Owen Kane. MVU with 4 freshman skaters and 1 freshman goalie. We've said all 4 of the freshman skaters' names in this first 7-8 minutes of this first period. So MVU, obviously a youth movement for this team, but Chris Hatton, he knows what to do to get through the rigors of the D2 schedule. MVU looks like they've having some growing pains early on in the year, but I guess that's expected when you have a team so young, as we see icing on the call here. Never want to ice the puck on your own power play, Dustin.
Yeah, you know, there are just some things you're going to work on if you're coach during the intermission. That's one of them. You have an extra
Face-off is one back, but nobody jumped to it. Gates didn't pinch up and make the play, and now Owen Perry moves in, wraps it around the boards, back up to the right point to D'Souza. D'Souza walks the line, puck still in the zone, and he's able to keep it there. Going right to left across the blue line. Now picked up here by Goodrich. Goodrich will send it indirectly low. Played low there by Perry. He'll send it back behind. And Fougere now on the goal line, looks to move behind the net. Fougere on the backhand, stops right in front of the official, tries to turn one out in front, nothing there. Hunter Mason tries to knock it free. There's a shot. Bodies flying all in front. I don't think that shot ever got through to PJ Bouchard.
I don't
Nick
think it did
D'Souza
either.
with another good chance there, but MVU thwarts it. Another shot there from Perry, and that is stopped as well by the Missisquoi goaltender.
50 seconds left on the power play. You know, Milton's getting people in front of the net. I don't know what the rule on interference is, but you don't know if you can tackle a player who doesn't have the puck. That's the Zebras are still blind. But
Well, I think that was kind of like an incidental contact play after, you know, blocking the shot, just trying to
I was
get
talking
away
about
from
the one
puck.
before the shot, Nick.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know. The goal light behind MVU's net is flashing as the student section begins an MVU chant. I wonder if Milton has a student section here tonight. There's a shot.
They do. They're right next to us over there, and then they're right next to us over there. We are in the student section tonight with a couple of parents featured.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Always nice to have some parents and some commentators in the student section.
You know, it's we just want to start doing our games in the student section. Like, that's we're coming to your city, you know, like college
Yes.
game day. That's what we're going to do.
College game day has turned into Northwest Access TV going to Division II hockey games and sitting in the student section.
Yep, that's what we do this year.
So Milton with it here, final 15 seconds of the power play. In comes Jackson Scharschmidt for him. He'll drop it off at the point there for Lefebvre, and Lefebvre will send it around. This will all but do it for the penalty as the puck comes loose out in front. It'll be cleared down the ice, played at center ice there by Rock, and Rock will send it right back to Kyle Gilbert.
MVU's got a chance to get a nice breakout here. There it is.
Here it comes, Jackson Porter. Dustin called it, and he moves right in. Fires a shot into the skates. It's knocked down. Lemnaugh doesn't pinch, and Milton will take it back the other way.
You know, the most dangerous part of the power play is right after the power play has ended and you have all your men up in the offensive zone, and that guy is coming out, and one good breakaway pass, and you could be in trouble.
Puck knocked down at the line, trying to figure it out. Milton with some fresh legs on the ice. Now Mason Lemnaugh will bring it up in transition. Lemnaugh running out of some options there, and he'll have to send it around. Played here by another young MVU player, Keegan Zier, just a sophomore and a first-year player on the Thunderbirds this season. Hunter Mason tries to knock it down. Picked up there by Goodrich. Goodrich and Mason collide. Zier plays it along, past Mason. Picked up here by Barnier, and Barnier will send it up to Perry. Perry tries to move in. Now back in for Milton comes D'Souza. Mason takes out D'Souza.
That's not going to work, but
MVU just like that back to the penalty kill here with 4:19 left in the first.
Look, you can body check a dude, but you can't, like, I don't know what that was. That was like a spear. Like, that is, 10 out of 10 times that's getting called.
I'm not sure what that was, but I do know that it was a penalty.
Spear hook? I think is that possible?
Spear hook. It's the newest penalty in the Vermont Division II rulebook is the spear hook.
So Milton will
Hunter Mason is gone for the spear hook for 2 minutes. Milton to their second power play today. They're 0 for 1.
MVU is going to start getting real tired here. You know, one of the advantages that Milton does have with the senior-laden team is that they know how to skate. They have their conditioning. Early season conditioning is going to be big in this game, and I think Milton will have the edge there.
Another thing for the Thunderbirds is this is not a very deep team.
No.
You see Chris Hatton, in any other situation, he would not be using this many freshmen, no matter how good they are. But the fact that he's rolled out 4 freshmen in this first period goes to show that MVU just does not have the depth that they have had in the last few years. And I think Milton does have that depth. There's a lot of seniors on this team. They've got 2-3 lines of really good hockey players that can skate. The puck comes right out in front. It'll go back to the point. Goodrich will tap it low. And it'll be sent back down on the far side here. Cameron Fougere tries to send it around. Knocked down. And here comes MVU in transition. It is Gilbert. Gilbert moves in. Tries to move it towards the corner. And loses control of the puck. Just taps it away. Goodrich will pick it up. Goodrich blows right by Letourneau. And he'll lift it in. It might have got knocked down there by Gilbert. Now Goodrich goes and gets past Gilbert. But Gilbert finds the puck again, and the MVU senior defenseman will send it back to center ice. But Milton will reset, and they are just offside there as Goodrich touched up. 3:05 to go in the first period. 46 seconds on the power play, and we're still scoreless.
You know, Milton's being very aggressive on their power play, and they just kind of left the center of the ice open there. And if MVU had a fast skater, which they have a couple of them, that could be a little dangerous. You know, I would be cautious about going all in on the power play in the first period because that could lead to a breakaway chance.
It could, and MVU's got a lot of they're very top heavy this year. They got a lot of really good talent up top. Charlie Gates, Kyle Gilbert, Hunter Mason, all very good players. You could add Jackson Porter to that list as well, and maybe even Mason Lemnaugh as this puck fluttered in up and over off the high glass behind Bouchard. Puck loose out in front, trying to kick it loose. It's in the skates. Trying to find something. It's still loose. Bouchard does not have a play on it, and Gilbert rips it up and out of play off the netting.
Milton did a really good job there having one guy in front of the net, and that one guy was drawing 2 or 3 MVU defenders, and they were all trying to collapse on him, leaving some shooting lanes available. And when you do that, you're going to get some good chances, and just a smart play to just chuck it out, because at that point you're going to start getting peppered. And you got 2 minutes 41 seconds left to go. You know, if I'm MVU, I'm just trying to get to the locker room right now tied.
Zach Kay off the face-off tries to find it. Keeping it in there is Rock. He'll send it back low. Puck loose out in front. Milton getting a change here while on the power play in the zone. And this one will get flipped back in. They were trying to complete that change at the last whistle, but the official said no, get back to the bench. And so then they had to wait for Kyle Rafferty to get back on the ice. And that might have cost Milton a little bit of zone time there as the penalty expires. We're back to even strength with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this first period. A long two-line pass, and MVU's in once again. There's a wrist shot, and that's steered away by Ehler with the left pad. Porter gets in some trouble on the end boards, and his puck flipped up and out of play by Scharschmidt.
Well, you know, that was a very good breakout there from for MVU. They had the three guys ready. They waited on it for a couple seconds, and then they skated it in, had a nice crisp pass. Crisp, clean passes lead to good chances. That was a good chance right there if you're the Thunderbirds.
Cam Fougere to take the face-off for Milton in his own zone. Stephen King there as well, and it's a stalemate, but Milton able to find it. D'Souza up the right wing, fires a shot. It's a knuckle puck that goes well wide of the goal, but Milton's able to keep possession. Trying to play it on the backhand, but he missed. And now here comes Mason, Hunter Mason, and Ehler there. Ehler able to steer it to the corner, but MVU keeps it. King now on the near side steers it right out in front, nothing there. And now D'Souza on the rush. Final minute and a half, and we're going end to end at Highgate Arena. There's a slap shot. Great save, Bouchard.
What a beautiful play there on both ends. You know, Bouchard with the save, Milton with the breakout. Oh, that was some good hockey right there. The chance right in front of us over here, however, was a wonderful chance. You know, you just have to have somebody have some wood over there. You keep putting those pucks on the net. Eventually, you'll have a guy streaking who will be able to get it in. That's just good hockey from both teams right there.
Offensive zone for face-off for Milton here with 1:29 to go. They win the puck back to the right point. Perry will send it around the boards, indirectly trying to find D'Souza, who's been all over the ice in this first period. This one's flipped up in the air, played by Goodrich. Goodrich gets it away from Porter by slapping it back in, played by Charlie Gates. Gates on the near side, behind his net, gets it up to Gilbert. Here comes Kyle Gilbert with speed. Nothing really going on there. Scheindorfer was the winger on that play, but he was headed towards the bench. Lemna has the puck go right over his stick. This one's played into the corner for Jackson Porter there to get it. Away from Bouchard, or from Milton's Goodrich, and sent back in. This one turned around out in front of that. Pass. They score!
Oh, man, just a defensive breakdown there.
MVU loses it out in front, and Owen Perry, the senior, has made it 1-0. A brutal goal for the Thunderbirds to give up in the final 40 seconds of period number one.
Someone just blew an assignment. Somebody just forgot that Perry was in front of the net because he was standing there for a good 5-10 seconds just waiting, and then he got the puck. And when you're just standing in front of the net like that, you're going to be able to get a goal. You can out-deke the dude.
And he had all day to take that shot. Bouchard had no chance as he lifted it up and in with the backhand shot. Now can MVU answer in the final 40 seconds. Rafferty behind, in trouble, picked up Porter. Back to Gates. Gates fires a deflecting shot just wide. Net comes up and off, they will say.
Net came up, but I don't know if it moved. It moved enough.
Yep, it did move a little bit. And so that'll bring, I believe, an offensive zone face-off for MVU, yes, because Milton was the ones to knock it up.
That's the type of pressure you want, though, right there. Just bang, bang.
Good instant response from MVU. Porter tries to win the face-off. It comes back, hops over Overton's stick. Perry gives chase and now will hold back to Goodrich. Goodrich plays it at the face-off dot. Knocked down by Mason, but played here by Perry. Perry moves in, cuts to the middle, has it poked off his stick, finds it again and just misses the net. With the final seconds coming off the board, Owen Perry almost found the back of the net again as Milton gets one more shot, but they will head to their upstairs locker room up by a score of 1-0 after one period here at Highgate Arena. Back here at Highgate Arena where it's 1-0 Milton after one period of play here on Northwest Access TV. Nick Mumley alongside me, Dustin Tanner. Dustin, we saw a really good first period. Milton got on the board late on a goal from Owen Perry with about 40 seconds to go. Is that a sign of things to come? Is this going to be Milton's game, or does MVU have what it takes to get back into
I think the next 5 minutes are going to tell us whether or not this is going to be Milton's game. You know, Milton was skating with a lot of momentum over there towards the last 5 minutes of the period one. That's going to be interesting. MVU's got to come out and answer, I think. They got to lay a big hit, get a power play or something, but you cannot come out and give up that second goal to Milton.
Now Perry chips it off the boards. All the snow flies right up out in front of us here in our makeshift booth. As D'Souza tries to play on the backhand there and fails. It's kept in. Knocked down there by a glove of Missisquoi's Caden LaPlante. And it'll go up and out of play. So A hot 25 seconds into this first period, we see our first stoppage.
You know, right after I say MVU needs to come out strong, Milton brings the puck into the zone and gets a chance. And not what you want to hear the Thunderbirds right now, but we'll see what happens off this draw.
Chris Lefebvre, Corbin Schreindorfer there to take it for MVU and Milton. This one's one back. Kyle Gilbert will pick it up. Gilbert will skate towards the middle. Sent over there up to the left wing side, and it's dumped back in here by the Thunderbird Stephen King. Played there up and off the glass. MVU will recover. King skates into the pressure, gets it over to Gilbert. Gilbert has it hop his stick. He will regain possession off the pass from Hunter Mason, and now Gilbert will send it in towards the near side corner. It'll wrap around the boards. Played there by Kyle Rafferty. In there is Stephen King, a jam for the puck. 5 guys over there in looking for that one. Gilbert backhands it right back into the scrum. And now it'll come back to Gilbert again at the left point. He'll fire a shot that flutters up in the air, knocked back down, loose in the slot. Milton will get it over. Chris Lefebvre tries to get it out. Puck still loose on the near side blue line. It'll come back down. Icing is waved off as Gilbert picks it up. Gilbert goes behind his own net, now comes out the other side with speed. Up across the blue line, he'll give it a pass over to Stephen King. King dances across the red, and it'll be sent back in now by Mason Lemnaugh on the right point. Going back behind Jackson Porter, but it's sent back by Milton. Picked up here by Gates. Gates fans on the pass, I believe that was intended to be. And now Milton walks in. D'Souza fires a shot. That one comes fluttering in on us.
I thought it was going to go up over the glass.
As Lemnaugh ships it up indirectly to Porter. Porter has it taken off his stick, turned back in by Fougere. And Kyle Gilbert will play, giving chases Owen Perry. Perry will force him to send the puck around. Carter Letourneau misplays it. Perry now below the goal line. Perry sends it out in front, poked away by P.J. Bouchard. Now Gilbert plays it on the backhand, flips it up off the dasher, and now played here on the right point by Milton. Knocked down. Gilbert, the defenseman, he's been all over the place in this opening period, and now at the beginning of the second period, he fires a shot, blockered away, loose puck out in front. Letourneau almost poked that one in as it goes behind now. Gilbert tries to pick it up, still playing deep in the offensive zone. Lemnaugh's covering for him on the right point. Gilbert will flip it in off the end glass. Milton will take over and move it back in. Icing is the call there, so it's an offensive zone face-off for MVU, but they lose the draw and quickly have to retreat into their own zone, but picked back up here by King. King loses the puck. MVU has had a tough time keeping possession in this beginning part of this game. As it's sent back down there, Brock tries to play it around. It'll come back to Gates. Gates at the red line, tries to spin it in. Schreindorfer will finish the job. It's blockered off into the far side corner by Ehler. Now Milton looks to move back up and in. Missisquoi trying to get back, and a good effort there from Jackson Scharschmidt of Milton, but he couldn't quite get to that puck. King goes with the no-look pass up to Mason on the right wing. Mason with time and space, winds, fires, gloved down by Ehler, and covered for a whistle. 11:36 to go in the second period.
I don't like that shot there. I would have shot for the blockers. I would have shot for the pads because I would have tried to generate a rebound there. But I don't think he had anybody coming with him in the zone, so you got to take what you can get. It's okay, chance, but not what you need if you're the T-Birds.
Wrist shot there, deflected on, and that one was a tough save for Ehler, but he made it anyway, and now here comes Milton. In the other way, D'Souza. D'Souza gets interfered with, and now D'Souza throws down Porter.
Oh, man.
Porter didn't hit him. D'Souza, I believe, thought Porter was the guy that did hit him.
We're going to see if this is...
And it might be matching penalties as Nick D'Souza couldn't keep his cool there.
Well, you know, that was really interesting because D'Souza got interfered with, so that drew a penalty. And
right, that's definitely going to be a penalty. 10 out of 10 times. I'm not sure who they're sending to the box here. And it's
Number
for
18.
the second time today, Owen Kane for MVU. So the freshman with two penalties in the first half of this game. And that's going to be the only call. As D'Souza throwing down Jackson Porter will go towards a blind eye.
I didn't see if that was, maybe there was a chance that was incidental enough.
Possible.
I don't know.
It's possible. benefit of the doubt given to D'Souza, and it's Milton's third power play of the day. They are 0 for 2.
0 for 2. It's time to get one of them, boys. You got to go 33% on the power play. You can't be 0%, obviously.
Milton trying to find something now in their own zone. Perry sends it to nobody in particular. King will pick it up on the far side wall, right in front of the MVU student section. He'll spin and dance and flip it in. Back behind the net. Goodrich will go for it. And Cooper Goodrich, who's the youngest in a long line of Goodrich brothers who have been menacing for MVU in both soccer and hockey.
Oh, that's a bad turnover right in front of the net.
Right out in front, and D'Souza with another opportunity couldn't make it happen.
Oh, D'Souza's mad. He's skating
Cleared
mad.
Back in.
You don't want to be, I don't want to make one of the better players on the other team mad. That doesn't work out for you often.
Goodrich pokes it by, trying to keep it going. There's a shot, and a weak shot there from Caleb Barnier. As it goes back to the point, tipped off of him, and now back low for Fougere. Fougere, one of the starting players for Milton tonight, gets the return pass at the hash marks, looks low again. Milton with a good setup right through the legs. Wrist shot is turned aside there out in front. I'm not sure if that one got blocked or if it did get it on Bouchard, but either way it went careening towards the corner. Clearing attempt back out, sticked away by Bouchard up into the near side corner. Fougere now picks it up, loses the puck, picked up by Goodrich at the point. He'll send it low now to Barnier. He'll send it to the middle. Nothing there. A nice little tip pass down to D'Souza. D'Souza tries to go between the legs, couldn't get to it, and Porter gets thrown down by D'Souza, and that is certainly going to be a penalty, as this one will not go unnoticed.
Yeah, you can't.
So D'Souza gets to Porter for the second time in about 2 minutes, and this one will be a penalty.
Well, you get a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then you get one. When you're on that third one, you hit him after he's gotten rid of the puck. You can't really do that anymore, and that's what you're going to get there.
And you talk about Nick D'Souza playing angry, and that's perfectly fine, but you got to channel that anger into putting pucks on the net, not putting Thunderbirds into the boards in an illegal manner. And so now we're 4-on-4 as Gilbert sends a baseball home run up into the netting there for a whistle.
Would have cleared, according to StatCast, that home run would have gone 400 yards.
400 yards?
According to StatCast.
I think baseball home runs are measured in feet, Dustin.
Oh, well.
Gilbert keeps it in at the line. The MVU power play, the penalty to Kane is expiring, so MVU will be on a power play for 1:45 here. After the transgression from D'Souza, it'll be sent back down. No icing here as Milton now on the penalty kill. King picks it up on the back end. He has Chris Lefebvre all over him. Gilbert will pick it up. Gilbert will send the pass up to the left wing side. This one will be dumped in by Porter and played there by Rafferty. Kyle Rafferty, the junior defenseman, will try to get it up and out for Milton. MVU on their first power play of the day. Milton has had 3 opportunities with the man advantage. They're 0 for 3. This one sent back in. Bouchard will stop it, and Mason will play behind his net.
You got to handle the puck better than that.
Unable to make a play on it. Turns it around and skates towards the open ice. Mason now picks up the speed. Mason walks to the outside, looks for a shot, try to wrap it around and in front. It's loose down low, and they score!
That's just beautiful. You got to play the puck better than that, Mason, and he did. He got it settled down. He skated out with it. He used the speed, and he used the speed to draw Ealer off just enough where there wasn't going to be a way for him to recover. And after that, he was able to do the wraparound, and they were able to just get people in front of the net and get one of those greasy goals. When you are playing a good team, you got to get a couple of those greasy goals.
It's a power play goal for Stephen King. And on a beautiful play going end-to-end from Hunter Mason, one of the most dangerous players in Division II, proves why he is given that honor right there. And we are tied with 8:33 to go in the second. It's a power play goal from King, assisted by Hunter Mason. And so now all tied up with 8:30 to go is back behind the net. Charlie Gates, the assistant captain, pressured by 2 Yellow Jackets. Puck stays out of the net. I saw the butt end of Bouchard's stick go into the net. He's got a black butt on that stick there. It looked like the puck for just a moment. And now back behind the net, huge hit, and Owen Kane's going to the box for the 3rd time today.
Somebody needs to sit Owen Kane down. This is where Hatt needs to sit Kane down and say, you can't do that, okay? You have the momentum. You just scored. You cannot throw a dumb hit like that. You got to let him, if it's been a couple seconds and he doesn't have the puck, you got to pull up.
The freshman going to the box for the 3rd time today, throwing his body around in this game, which is not a problem, but it is when you commit 3 penalties.
Well, you can throw your body around, and then you can make stupid hits. And that's a stupid hit. You just scored. You have the momentum. And they caught you off guard a little bit coming in here and getting that shot on the net with the backhand, but you got to stay composed. You got to stay calm. That's this is the next goal. The 3rd goal is the most important in this game.
So it's power play number 4 for Milton. We'll see if the 4th time is the charm. Gilbert fans on the clearance, is able to get it up and out anyway.
That's going to be a breakaway chance.
But it just out of his reach as Ehler will get there and flip it away, but a bad Highgate Arena bounce. Gets it up, and Porter almost had another shot at it. This one is an incomplete pass picked up there by Gates, and he'll send it in.
High stick? No? Okay.
They will not say it was played with a high stick.
I guess he played his hand.
And now here comes Goodrich. Goodrich along the far side, up across the blue. He tries to move in, takes a hit, absorbs it, and it's cleared back in by Gilbert. Nobody there offensively for Milton.
Oh.
Back out comes Ehler. He's been coming way out of his net in this game.
Ehler with a Patrick Raw type of play, or Rory play there, where it's just coming all the way out. Oh.
Perry will send it around, trying to pick it up there for Milton. Now back at the point. Perry will pick it up again. Perry will send a nice backhand pass through the middle, but it didn't reach anybody. Now back to the point to Souza. A nice little touch pass across Goodrich. Goodrich fires a shot. Loose puck in the middle. They shoot, and it goes just wide. Perry almost had another one, and he would have put that in the back of the net if it had been on target. I don't think Bouchard had a chance to stop that one, and that would have been Milton's first power play goal. And their 4 attempts today, but now just 44 seconds to go on the man advantage. MVU's PK has held tough in this game.
And MVU's PK has held tough, but I think
now
Milton's trying to do too much.
3-on-2 again, moving into Souza. Is this the goal? And he's stopped by Bouchard, who held the right pad up against the post and made the stop. Nick D'Souza's had many chances in this game, but hasn't quite gotten one towards the back of the net yet. Gilbert and D'Souza go for it in the corner. Picked up there by Zach Kay. Kay moves around, played out in front, trying to lift the stick was Caleb Barnier, and it'll get sent back down. This will end Milton's 4th power play, so the Yellow Jackets now go to 0 for 4.
MVU did a great job on that power play of making sure Milton didn't get a chance to set it up.
And now in they come Goodrich. Goodrich trying the Hunter Mason play, trying to wrap it around. He'll come back around, all around the world there for Goodrich. Now picked up down low by Fougere. Fougere tries to send it through 2 Thunderbirds, cleared by Gilbert. And this will be an icing, as MVU will now get a change with 5:50 to go in a very fast-moving middle stanza here tonight at Highgate.
Not really a fan of that send it right there. You look up, you got 2 guys right there. I didn't see any type of path to.
The Patriots beat the Bills.
Well, this is
if anyone was wondering.
Damn, Bills were going to win that game.
The Bills were going to win that game, and then
they billed it anyway.
Then touchdown Tom came to town, and the Patriots are going straight for their 7th Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll see there. Anyway, this is a timestamp broadcast, so that's probably not relevant to you watching this football game. Spoiler alert, the Patriots beat the Bills, and we filmed this, so you'll know what day it was filmed on.
Yes. This one is up along the boards. Mason will pick it up, and now Hunter Mason moves right in. Mason up across the red line. He'll skate in and across the blue, but it's taken away from him. Now Milton in transition now as we near 5 minutes to go in the period, and a glove save by Bouchard.
Very good
on the shot from Kay. P.J. Bouchard's been outstanding in this game. Last year we saw Ehler play really good. Jackson Ehler had a fantastic game in this building last year. Tonight it's been P.J. Bouchard coming up making some big-time stops for MVU. So to the face-off is Stephen King, the goal scorer for MVU. It's knocked away by Owen Perry, who's the goal scorer for Milton. Perry now on the near side. Perry protects the puck behind the net. Tries to send it back low. Nobody there. Fougere will send it back to the top. Goodrich with a shot that deflected down. Here is D'Souza. Gets it back to Fougere. Fougere skates away from the check from Overton. Stays with the puck. Sends a nice saucer pass. D to D. A shot deflects out in front. Fougere tries to knock it down. Lemna gets in there, tries to gain position, puts it through the legs of Fougere, but turns it over. D'Souza high slot, fires one, and a save by Bouchard. Left pad stop from the Missisquoi goaltender, and D'Souza is snake-bitten tonight, can't find the back of the net, and we remain tied at 1.
Well, those are the type of plays that you need Bouchard to make. You know, that is D'Souza is loose. He's gonna. You just want a good shot. That's just a great shot right there, and you need your goalie to stand tall, because if your goalie doesn't stand tall, that's going in every time. And Bouchard's done a very good job tonight of making some of those outstanding saves.
Now played here by Milton. Mason gives chase, and a very good play there defensively by Rock to keep that puck in the zone for Milton. Otherwise, Mason was going to break away. Now puck comes loose behind the net.
Getting a little chippy, bud.
It is getting a little bit of chippy here. Hits are being thrown. MVU Milton hockey at its finest. Schreindorfer, the freshman, throws the hit, gets tripped up. Nothing happening there. They'll say incidental contact. It'll go back. Schreindorfer picks it up again, tries to get it through Rafferty, and does, and it'll come back down behind the Milton net. Mason tried to keep it in, and they will. Porter in his skates, centering pass, back up, looking for the point shot is LaPlante. Backhander there, doesn't go anywhere into the middle, and it'll come all the way back down. Played here by LaPlante. Loses the puck. Perry will pick it up behind. Porter will come in and help out his young defenseman. Schreindorfer there, under some pressure. In comes D'Souza to help him out. It's a scrum along the far side wall as this one's tipped back up. This one will go bounding past Bouchard to the left side.
Bad
D'Souza almost had another one, a chance right in the high slot for another opportunity. MVU couldn't get the puck, but Fougere couldn't get the puck either. Ice must be getting a little bit chippy as well as the puck tipped out in front, high up into the netting off the stick of D'Souza. Looking for the tip drill up out in front is Bouchard able to keep that one away. 3:10 to
face-off
go.
coming out of the zone. Oh, that's a big break for the Thunderbirds. If it is.
They say so. That would mean that it deflected right off of D'Souza's stick and up into the netting, and it's not the right netting, not the netting D'Souza's been looking for all night long.
Yeah, this is a big break for MVU because Milton has been able to camp out in their zone recently, and they need to just. I just need, give me a minute of the puck and not in my zone at this point if you're the Thunderbirds, because they're going to give up a goal soon if Milton keeps this constant pressure up.
Overton sends it around. Looking for it there is Letourneau. Letourneau will give chase behind the net. Gets it up to Lemna. Lemna sends it across the ice to the left point. A wrist shot knocked down loose right out in front of the net. And Milton will take it back up the other way. Now looking for it here, trying to find the right angle to the puck. Icing is waved off. Big hit there, thrown by himself as Overton throws himself into the boards.
There's nothing more powerful than the self-check.
And now here comes D'Souza, loses the puck. Overton there, chips it up off the high glass. And it'll come back down in for Milton. Pass trying to get it through there, deflected down, and Goodrich will play behind the net. Now picked back up by Milton. They move it back in. Turning it over, D'Souza trying to get away from King. King has to get it out of there and does. And now finds Porter up the right wing side. Porter drops the puck, picked up by King. He flips the backhand down below the goal. Goodrich there to play it. And Goodrich will win that battle. Pick it up indirectly off the boards, but turned over there. Gilbert fires one wide of the net. And coming back into the corner there is Kay. Kay looks for it in the near side corner, all the way down the ice with 1:45 to go. Back behind the goal, Barnier. Gilbert on the left point up against the wall, fires a shot off the glass behind goaltender Jackson Ehler. And now Milton in transition. A quick lull there for about 30 seconds, and now in comes Milton, and it's led by Cooper Goodrich. His shot is stopped by P.J. Bouchard as he holds it tight in the chest for the save. 1:28 to go.
I mentioned spending some time outside of your zone. It looked like that's what MVU was trying to do there on Milton's end, was that just dump the puck back and forth. There is a lot to be said to not necessarily having to play defense for a couple of minutes. That might help them later on in this game when it's scoring time. Just dumping the puck back and forth a little bit, seeing what Milton shows you, seeing what type of looks they give you.
This one will be stopped by Ehler, and it'll get a face-off in the Milton zone for the Thunderbirds. 1:20 to go in the second. We're deadlocked at 1.
I mean, that's the thing now. Bouchard has now had a couple of minutes where he hasn't had to hasn't had to be on his toes, so gives him a breather, and that's going to be valuable here in this third period, where a team like Milton that has that finesse, that has that conditioning, that's going to start to shine through here in that third period.
We'll see if somebody's able to break through here in this in the third period, coming up in just over a minute as well. Milton with the opportunity here. They want to take the lead going into the intermission, but icing is the ruling. They couldn't get down there fast enough. And with 1:11 to go, we will skate all the way back down.
I just want to make my normal hockey point that allowing icing.
Your what
on the
hockey
change.
point?
My normal hockey point that allowing icing off the change in the high school level is stupid. If you ice it, you shouldn't be able to change.
It's stupid, and I hate it. We've been having this discussion for years, and here comes Milton walking right in, a breakaway, and a save by Bouchard. Arm is up by the official. As Scharschmidt broke away, an MVU stick went flying, and it's interference.
Oh, well, that's what they call it. But, you know, when a stick goes flying.
This is a penalty shot, is it not?
We'll see.
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty shot.
As it should be. The Scharschmidt kind of had to shoulder off another hockey stick there as he tried to take his shot. And it definitely affected the way he played it. So here he comes, Jackson Scharschmidt,
a penalty shot forward. Going on this net. Alan, this is your cameraman's dream. Go get that Oscar right now, bud. Get that
Milton
film.
With another opportunity to score in the final minute of a period. Just crippling goals. MVU's had a huge issue with giving up goals late in the period.
It feels like this is a 4-1 game, but it's a 1-1 game. That's what it's felt like. It feels like Milton should be leading this game by a few more, but MVU just they haven't been able to give up goals. Bouchard's been great tonight.
Here we go. Scharschmidt up across the blue line. Bouchard way out. Scharschmidt dekes in. Save by Bouchard.
It's Bouchard's been great tonight. Like, how many times do I have to repeat that? Like,
the teammates come out and congratulate him on a fantastic save. Scharschmidt didn't really have a lot up his sleeve right there on that penalty shot, and Bouchard sucked it right into the gut with 57.3 ticks to go in the second period. MVU with a breath of fresh air for this team, maybe some new life for MVU after they take technically their fifth penalty of this game. Now they'll try to find something in the final 50 seconds. Schreindorfer to the outside, picks it up on the backhand, tries to send it towards the net, but it goes away. Gilbert walks in, fires one on, and that one deflects wide of the net. Picked up here by Perry with 35 to go. Kept in by Mason on the right point. Going for it there is Jackson Porter. Porter on the far side, has the puck taken from him, but Gilbert able to pinch in and keep the puck going with 23 seconds to go. Schreindorfer giving chase. They go back, Gilbert's gonna pinch up again. We'll see if Milton takes advantage of this, but it's knocked down at the line by Mason. He turns one on and a save. 14 seconds to go, puck is still loose. Ehler didn't know where it was.
Neither did the ref.
The ref didn't either, and they blow it dead.
Smart move by Ehler to throw that back shoulder just a little bit to knock the net off to get the play stoppage.
He had no idea where the puck was.
That's being a good veteran goalie right there. That's just knowing that you don't know where it is.
The senior gets it done. So 11.1 to go. MVU trying to get some momentum going into the locker room after getting the penalty shot. Great save by Ehler, my goodness. On Hunter Mason off the draw, and coming down the ice, Perry will look for something. He and Gilbert collide into the boards. The horn will sound. And folks, this third period is going to be must-watch hockey. 1-1 after 2. We will take a quick break and be back with said third period. Nick Bumley, Dustin Tanner with you here. It's Milton 1 at MVU 1 after 2 at Highgate Arena on Northwest Access TV. And here we go. Time for the third period of what has been an absolute barn burner so far between Milton and Missisquoi. One period left to decide it. 15 minutes on the clock. PJ Bouchard, Jackson Ehler have been fantastic in their respective goals. Goals scored for Milton by Owen Perry in the final minute of the first period, and then Stephen King deposited a wide open net goal after a fantastic play by Hunter Mason midway through the second period to tie it up, and that's where we stand. not a lot of goal scoring, a lot of good defense. Milton has had 4 power plays in this game. They have not scored. Missisquoi is 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. And there's a lot of water behind the Milton goal.
Well, you know, Zambonis, sometimes the Zamboni guy struggles.
Sometimes they do. We've seen some very interesting jobs done here at Highgate Arena in the past. This rink has a very rich history of varying resurfacing jobs done by the Zamboni crew.
Yes, it's always an adventure.
And as I do every time the ice is bad for whatever reason here at MVU, I will take everyone back to, I believe, 2014 when the Zamboni leaked antifreeze all over the rink. And the game, and the MVU game against North Country had to be postponed.
Good times. Get out of your boat. Just get out of the boat. Just boat it. It's just he doesn't take sharp turns with the Zamboni, so he doesn't like,
Gotta be crisp.
You gotta be crisp.
Nick and Dustin teach you how to drive a Zamboni.
I will get in a Zamboni, and I will Zamboni across America.
I would love to see that. Face-off taking game is underway. You don't have to listen to us talk anymore. Well, I guess you still do, but we'll be talking about the game. So MVU will get it here, and it's Mason up the far side wing. Mason now cuts it back in, goes back out. Blocker saved by Ehler, already having to make a nice save here in the first 10 or so seconds of the period. Now Mason cuts it down and takes the puck off of the stick of Barnier, picks it up behind below the net. Puck going through very nicely there, so no problems with the ice. As this one deflected on, and Ehler couldn't get to that one. It just went wide of the goal. King gets hit there by D'Souza. King has it knocked off his stick by a stick check there, again from D'Souza. Gilbert tries to take a shot, fans on it, keeps it in the zone. Nice play there. Owen Perry was all over it. Gilbert now pinching up the far side boards, trying to keep it in. He'll find the puck after the tap from King. Playing it there on the backhand is Schreindorfer. Sent back in and out again by Barnier. But not too far out, as King will play it. Gilbert will wrap it around the boards. MVU will get a fresh set of legs on the ice here as Barnier lifts it up, and you see a whistle. I'm not sure what for.
We'll find out.
Face-off coming back down into the Milton zone. Porter wins it back. Shot from Gates, turned aside. Milton almost put that into their own net. Now Letourneau tries to turn it around. Now back up to the point. There's a shot from Overton that just whistles wide. Turned out in front again, and this one deflected up into the netting as Porter and Lemnau were right in the vicinity. And we'll see a stoppage with 13:37 to go. Ehler just caught that puck with his bare hand while he was reaching over for the Gatorade bottle. So face-off comes just outside of the zone after MVU deflects it up and out. It'll be Chris Lefebvre taking the draw here for Milton. And it's won back by MVU, flipped into the zone by Gates. Hops over the stick of Rock. Rock will slap pass it around. Kay unable to get it out of the zone, but misplayed there by Letourneau, and now Milton comes in. Scharschmidt, who missed the penalty shot earlier in the game, carries the puck to the corner, gets it over. Jackson Porter now picking it up for MVU. Overton will circle around the circle and reset here for the Thunderbirds as they look to break out, but they don't have many numbers up ice. Scharschmidt will knock it down. It'll get over there to Rock. Rock will tip it up the boards. Scharschmidt picks it up at the red line. He'll rip it around the glass and picked back up here by MVU. Turning on the backhand, there is Gates. This one will be out of the reach of Carter Letourneau and Jackson Porter all the way down the ice for an icing.
Well, you know, big break there for Milton to get that icing from MVU, because MVU's just been dominant these first 2 minutes. It's been all T-Bird, and yeah, it's the next goal. Next goal wins, right? It's one of those things you got to play it like it's a sudden death game, even though you got 12:51 left. You got to be as aggressive as you can, and MVU's come out. They're skating hard. They're playing good.
Played into the corner here as Milton tries to find something behind the net over for Perry. Perry looks to stick handle through. Scharschmidt, the freshman, hits him off the puck. And now Mason catches the breakout pass, and MVU's got numbers, led by Kyle Gilbert. The defenseman carries it in. Gilbert tries to cut to the net. Gilbert looks for the pass. Loose out in front. It's underneath Ehler as he makes the save. My goodness, Corbin Schreindorfer had an opportunity to bury that puck and just couldn't do it, and we remain tied at one apiece.
Beautiful chance there for the Thunderbirds. You can't ask for better chances than that.
Kyle Gilbert has really turned himself into a very good puck-moving defenseman as a shot here's blockered away by Ehlers. And he proved that there. He was the fastest player on the ice right there, and he was able to get right in, get around the stick of Caleb Barnier and make the play there and put that pass out in front of the net. He could have had that shot, too, if he wanted it. But Kyle Gilbert just doing everything. He's a very good defenseman, and he can carry the puck as well. And he's going to be the reason MVU wins a lot of games this year.
He's shown it there. That's one of those chances. Just Ehlers just has to make those saves.
Face-off won by Milton. Scharschmidt tips it in off the end boards. Trying to get it out towards center ice. MVU in transition. Here come the Thunderbirds with speed. As Porter lost the puck. Gates blew a tire at center ice.
I love when the defenseman
had a tough time getting back up. Puck comes loose in the middle, trying to find it. There is Kane. There's a shot. Great save by Ehlers. Oh my goodness.
Thunderbirds are just on it this period. They have figured, I don't know what they have figured out, but they have figured something out.
That was one of the better saves we've seen tonight on an absolute howitzer from Charlie Gates, who had found his footing over there on the left point.
I was going to say, I love when a defenseman behind the play blows a tire. That's one of my favorite things in hockey.
Porter now trying to stay with it. Over there is Kane. Kane blows a tire on the goal line. Kane with 3 penalties in this game. You wonder if Chris Hatton for MVU, the coach, kind of sat him down and said, listen, we need you to play cautiously aggressive in this third period. Because MVU cannot afford to go on the penalty kill again. Puck comes loose in the middle. There's a shot for Porter. That's right into Jackson Ehlers. He'll cover it up with 11:21 to go in the game.
It's the Jackson Ehlers gets our first star of the first 5 minutes of this period. He's just playing great hockey right now.
I don't think there's any doubt if the game was to end now, both goaltenders would be the top 2 stars. Who would get that first star, though, would be up for debate.
I think Bouchard's had the better day overall, but,
It's very close as Fougere gets kicked out of the face-off circle. It'll come back to Goodrich. Goodrich has his pass blocked down by King. Mason gives chase, and it's flipped back up into the air there by Barnier. And all the way back down for an icing, so surprise, surprise, offensive zone face-off here for MVU.
Milton looks tired.
Milton has come out of this second intermission kind of looking gassed, and MVU, for whatever reason, maybe it was the big penalty shot save from Bouchard, but they look like they're skating a little bit harder, a little bit faster, got a little bit more left in those legs at this juncture of the game. As that puck jumps up and hits off of the air vent.
Now, if you can hit it into the air vent, I think that's an automatic win, right?
That'd be pretty cool.
That's got to be pretty cool if you can hit it into the air vent.
Bonus points.
I wish we had a high school hockey skills competition where
That'd be cool. We used to do one on MVU, but it was just like during practice. I shot a record slap shot of 48 miles per hour my sophomore year.
And that's why Nick's talking on public access TV and not in the NHL.
This one flipped back up towards center ice. Kyle Gilbert there at his own blue line. Sends one into some danger. King will give chase. Moving towards the middle. They're loose for the puck. Jamming for it is Fougere. And it's stopped by Bouchard with 10:40 to go in the third. That's probably Milton's best chance of this period so far.
Yeah, Fougere had a great chance, and he just why does the goal net keep blinking? Is the kid just playing with it?
I think whoever Maha assigned to be a goal judge for this game has just decided that they don't care. They're going to let their kid play with the light, and the officials just haven't noticed yet. So
anyway, Fougere had
Franklin
a great chance
County for you.
Franklin County, bud.
Yes, bud. 10:25 to go in the third here as MVU looks to move it around. Scharschmidt there with it, trying to poke it away. It was Overton. Picked back up by Gates. Gates will skate behind his own net. Move it back up. Deflected down off the stick there of Lemnon. It'll go all the way down for an icing in an offensive zone face-off for Milton.
Very nice from Jackson Ehlers there to pick up the puck for the referee.
What a guy.
What a guy.
So it's been kind of there hasn't really been a whole lot going on in this period. A couple of good chances.
Well, MVU came out and skated hard. Now the MVU iced it, so Milton gets a chance to set something up. They cannot. Good hit there.
Perry throws the hit on Hunter Mason. Now sent behind. Good pass there from Goodrich. Mason comes back and throws the hit himself. This one kept in the zone, but King couldn't save it. Pressured by D'Souza. D'Souza's been all over the place tonight, but no goals for him yet. And this one will get sent back down there by King for an icing as he had D'Souza draped on him like a curtain. All through the
that's a good one.
MVU defensive zone.
I know you've said that one, but that's a good one.
You got to break that one out every time and again.
Every at least once per season.
Once per season. Yeah, that's a once per season line right there. So 9:40 to go in the third. Mason tries to give chase now, and look out. Mason can put on the Jets, but well played by Goodrich. Mason now spins behind the net, goes to the top of the circle, looks for something, finds a shot. It gets knocked down by Schreindorfer and back out. Played by LaPlante on the right point. He'll go across D to D. Tough pass there for Kyle Gilbert to pick up, and it'll only send MVU back into their own zone. An indirect pass there picked up by Mason. Mason will wire this one off the near sideboard. Picked up there by Lemna out in front. Porter couldn't get a stick on it. Back to Gilbert. Gilbert with a touch pass. He didn't take that shot.
Oh,
Must have not liked the lane as a shot flipped on there. Gilbert will now drop back in coverage as it's taken out by Barnier. Barnier moves it across. D'Souza looks for a shot, keeping that one on the ice. Puck is loose out in front. And Bouchard never got an opportunity to cover that puck. Puck comes loose out into the zone. Moving around it, Goodrich played that one poorly. Here comes MVU. It's Porter. Oh, he tried to roof it. And Ehler didn't have to make the save. Porter had that one targeted for top shelf, short side high, but he just missed the net.
Top shelf, but the shelf was full, unfortunately.
He did so from his knees as well. Equally impressive there from Jackson Porter, but now a turnover. There's a shot. Blockered away. Turned out in front. And keeping that one out of the net was P.J. Bouchard and the MVU defense. Now turned back diagonally all the way in for an icing. So there's the excitement we were looking for. Couple of good chances.
There's the passion, Nick. There we go. It's hockey season. December break hockey game. Everybody's skating a little faster now.
Everybody excited for Christmas?
Or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or Boxing Day.
Whatever you celebrate here in Franklin County.
Maybe Tractor Day, you know.
Tractor Day. They did have the tractor parade. That is a religious holiday for downtown St. Albans. As this one is sent back in. Back behind the goal. Picked up here by Rafferty. He'll try to put it around to Scharschmidt. Rafferty trips over the puck. Turning it over out in front. Mason tries to spin. The ref gets in the way. He kicks it loose. There's King, and he shoots it just wide.
I don't know if Ehler had an idea where that puck was.
I don't think he did. The ref got right in the way there. And Mason was able to send a soccer-style pass to Stephen King there, who's looking for a second goal. Lifts the stick, gets it away. King walks in, fires a shot that ramped up the stick of the defenseman and almost into the net. Penalty coming up on Milton. As the arm goes up, MVU sends it all the way back down. They will reset here. You don't want to see them have a misplay like MMU. I don't know if you remember that, Dustin.
That was the
last year when MMU scored on themselves.
Moment of the year.
As this one's turned back high, arm still up in the air on the official. Mason walks in, shoulder save by Ehler, comes back. King fires one into the skates of D'Souza. He will touch up, and after a lengthy delay, we'll see MVU on the power play for the second time today. They are 1 of 1 with the advantage.
I've been thinking about taking your time out soon if you're Milton. Milton's been getting outskated this period by just tenfold. MVU is just doing really,
it's
really
been
well
night and
right
day.
now.
MVU has really figured things out, and they're looking good. A couple of really good shots if they could just find the net. If MVU's shots were on net tonight, they could have 3 or 4 goals. And
it's time out taking,
Dustin,
I believe, MVU
with a very good prediction. MVU will call a timeout here, I believe.
We'll see who they give it to. Yep.
Timeout, Missisquoi. 7:02 to go in the third period. So, Dustin, if you are MVU coach Chris Hatton, what are you telling your team right now?
All right, so the first thing you want to do, obviously, is you want to win the face-off. You want to get it out to the point, and then you want to have give it to Mason. I want Mason skating around. I want Mason directing traffic. I want a guy screening, and I want a guy streaking into the slot on the right side or the opposite side of wherever Mason is. I let Mason, give Mason a lane. Give him a place to look. If he wants to shot, take it. If not, try to get it through to the guy streaking to put it in. You're not going to beat Ealer looking at him. You're going to have to get him off balance. So get the guy on the screen so he doesn't, get the guy right in front of Ealer so he doesn't see it, and then have the guy try to streak.
I think what you do here, if you're MVU, is you set up either Mason or Kyle Gilbert for a one-timer.
Yeah.
At somewhere on the ice, likely over on this near side here, where the face-off will be held. But, MVU has all the momentum right now. They've got a huge power play here. It's very clear that goals are going to come at a premium in this game. Both goaltenders have stood on their heads. Like we said, these are likely the top 2 stars of the game, are Ealer and
that's
Bouchard.
what I think about when I say I want Mason directing traffic. Mason directs traffic looking for the other guy to get that one-timer.
And you look, very interesting setup. Mason, the forward, will start on the point. He'll be the only man back there. Kyle Gilbert, the defenseman, will start on the near side. And the face-off won by MVU. Mason fires a shot, deflected down. Gilbert able to poke it away. Gilbert now behind the net. Gilbert will stop, trying to turn it around. Gilbert on the backhand. He skated around the world. Now back to King. King, another forward, top of the point. Wrist shot, gloved by Ealer.
That was really smart. I like how they put Mason on the point there because they give him the shot. He gets to decide where it goes on the net, and then you have somebody streaking, gets the rebound. That sets up Mason to come streaking in for that one-timer. Like you said, that's the bet. That was a great drawn-up play. They just couldn't get anything out of it.
Goodrich couldn't get it out of the zone. Mason no-look pass. Gilbert one-timer. Pad save by Ealer. And the fan on the clearance coming back out. Gilbert saves it. Goes D to D across. Mason looking, winding. Gilbert fires. Scores! Kyle Gilbert, it's a power play goal! And MVU takes a 2-1 lead with 6:27 to go in the third period.
Ow, my ears, Nick. But this is what we were talking about right there, right? You have Mason, you have Gilbert. One of them is directing traffic. The other one is getting ready for the one-timer. That is how you draw it up. And it worked to their perfection. You got Ealer off balance. And that's how you beat him.
I feel like Tony Romo, Dustin.
I feel like Tony Romo. Okay.
I just completely drew up the MVU power play, and it worked.
Hey. We both get credit for drawing that up.
We did.
But this speaks to what MVU is a team. You and I can sit here and say, this is what they should do, and then they do it, and then they get a goal.
Back behind. Looking for it. There is Mason. MVU will look for pressure once again. As the puck comes loose, Mason, Dagles, shoots, save, rebound, kicked away by Ealer. 2 real good saves by the senior goaltender. Now King on the backhand, puts it back up. Another penalty coming up on Milton. Shot save, made Schreindorfer out in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. And did they hit the air vent again on the clearance? Dustin, is that another?
I think they hit the roof.
Okay, it hit off the roof, but it came very close to the air vent.
All right, so Milton needs to calm down right here because you got 2 calls now. The most momentum you can get is after a power play goal, right? Or after a fight, or after a big hit. Because that's one of those things where MVU just came out with so much energy. They had so much energy. And MVU or Milton could not counter it. So you got to kill off this penalty, and then you got to slow it down if you're the Yellow Jackets here.
Austin Rock takes the penalty. Puck cleared back up. MVU looking for an insurance goal with just under 6 minutes to go. Mason, will they go for the same play again? They tried to. Back across, they go for the opposite one-timer. Out of his net comes Ealer. My goodness, a very dangerous play there. Tip back down. Mason will steer it around, and Gilbert wasn't looking. With 5.5 to go and 1.5 minutes on the power play.
I go right back to that same play you just ran because it was going to work.
Porter skates below the goal line. Porter protects the puck, has plenty of time. Milton giving him all sorts of space. He moves it up top. Gilbert, Porter will center it, and nothing there. Puck still loose. Schreindorfer's shot goes just wide. Picked up now by Stephen King. King has it chopped off his stick. D'Souza gives chase and does just enough to get that puck out. D'Souza tries to get in, and if he would have gone down right there, he probably would have gotten the penalty as King picks it up. King all by himself. He's got Schreindorfer middle. Puck comes loose, and covering it with a blocker is Ealer to make the save with 4:52 left in the game and 56 seconds.
So this is what you're going to need to do if you're the Yellow Jackets here. You're going to, first off, you got to kill this penalty. If you don't kill this penalty, you don't get to go in business. Then you want to get Perry or Fougere to get some puck possession and get D'Souza breaking. That's what you want to do. You want to find him on the breakout pass. Because if you can find him on the breakout pass, he's got the speed. He can skate somewhere.
D'Souza's the guy for Milton. I mean, if Milton ties this game, it's going to be him. As this one is whistled high and wide past the goaltender Ehler. Back now, Gilbert. Gilbert fakes the shot, takes the shot. Save by Ehler. He faked the clapper and wound up with the wrist shot. 4:40 to go.
If I'm the Yellow Jackets, you got 4:40 to go. You got 44 seconds on the on the penalty kill. At the round closest whistle to the 2-minute mark, I take my timeout, I draw up a play, and then I draw up a play for when we pull our goaltender.
Face-off one, back to Kyle Gilbert. Now Porter. Porter looking for something. Kane in motion there. Back across to Gates. A shot, and Ehler grabs that one with the glove off the wrist of Jackson Porter.
Ehler just keeping the Yellow Jackets in this game, this third period. He's been peppered. I've seen at least 10 good chances so far, maybe even 15. It's been all Thunderbird this period.
4:25 to go in the game. 29 seconds on the power play for MVU. The penalty to Austin Rock on Milton. MVU 2 for 2 with the man advantage today, trying to make that 3 for 3. Meanwhile, Milton 0 for 4. Special teams has been the key in this game tonight. A big scrum. Broke loose by Mason Lemnaugh, senior from Missisquoi. Back across. Gilbert, a one-timer, an absolute blast. Goes high over the top. Picked up there. Wrist shot from Gates is going to go hard off the glass. Now picked up by Kane. Kane back across. Winding, firing, and that's sticked aside by Ehler off the stick of Charlie Gates. Now back to the point. Gates again, blocked up into the air. Going forward is Perry. He tips it past Kane. Lemnaugh needs a change, and here he comes. Here comes Nick D'Souza. Can he do something with 3:39 to go? D'Souza tries to center it. Nothing there. It'll come back to MVU, and now here come the Thunderbirds just out of the King's reach. And back to Fougere. Fougere will skate through a couple of T-Bird defenders, picked up by Milton. Soft wrister comes in off the stick of Riley Zeno, the sophomore forward. And it's stopped by PJ Bouchard, but Milton gets the offensive zone face-off. Something they have not seen much time in that offensive zone in this third period.
They haven't, and this is going to be a big moment. I would think about taking the time right here. No? Okay, so you got to win this face-off. You got to start getting shots on net.
Face-off won by MVU, and another one comes close to the air vent.
Air vent points tonight.
Yes, the air vent has, well, if you want to count, close but not quite. We've seen 3 of them go near the air vent today. That's just as many goals as we've seen in the game. Sabermetrics.
StatCast on Northwest Access Television.
A new feature here this year on
where Dustin
West
just
Access
makes
TV.
up jokes about stats.
Yes, Next Gen Stats presented by
Dustin
whatever.
Tanner. Next Gen Stats presented by the Inside Groove.
Nice. Good plug for the show.
Yeah, there we go.
As this one comes down for an icing, 3:03 to go. 2-1 the score.
So when do you pull him? That's the question. When do you pull him?
And it's tough because Bouchard has been so good tonight. I would say wait till about a minute and a half.
I would like to pull him at 2 personally, but I'm aggressive. But
that is an aggressive strategy, especially when MVU puts out real speedsters like Mason and Gilbert, who are both of them are faster than I think anybody on this Milton team, other than maybe D'Souza. As Mason here, as we talk about, and picks up the puck. Mason, he's going to look for the shot, takes it safe, rebound, and King just couldn't put it home. That would have all but done it, but Milton's still alive. Here comes D'Souza. D'Souza against Gilbert, dances to the outside, fires one wide of the net. Going in there is Rock. He puts one on that deflects off of Bouchard, trying to turn it out in front. Therefore, Milton was Perry, cleared all the way, and a bouncing puck played by Ehler, and blowing a tire there into the boards. That hurts there for Austin Rock.
Well, that's that spot that Milton was looking at and the refs were looking at just a couple minutes before the
period started. That wouldn't be an issue now.
Oh, it might be still.
As Lemnaugh tips it up, but it's not out. Fougere tries to absorb the hit and keep the puck going, but is unable to. MVU will clear it down, a minute 55 to go. Here come the Thunderbirds, moving in for a shot, and that one just missed off the stick of Kane. Now here is Lemnaugh, tries to turn one out, rebound out in front, and Porter somehow missed the wide open net for the second time in about a minute. MVU unable to put a puck into a wide open goal, as now D'Souza steals the puck from Porter at the blue line, moves on in. Gilbert's going to get a penalty here.
And the goalie has been pulled right as the penalty is called on the Thunderbirds. Ehler was coming to the net, and now he gets a little spicy because, so you can 6-on-4 it if you want.
So Kyle Gilbert, the captain of MVU, gets a penalty here. I'm interested in seeing what they call this one, because it looked like they were just kind of roughhousing in the corner. I don't mean to be the MVU homer here, but I didn't really see a lot on that play. I'm interested in seeing what the ruling is. So, 1:29 to go in the game. Milton will be on the power play for the rest of this one unless they score and tie it, which would, make it a moot point. And we would be on our way to overtime. So, Gilbert in the box. He's MVU's best defender by far. Thunderbirds are not deep defensively. Milton with a 6-on-4 advantage as soon as they choose to pull Jackson Ehler. What are you doing if you're Milton right here?
So if I'm Milton, I say you get 30 seconds to try to score this before I pull the goalie. Once I get enough possession at that 1 minute mark, Ehler is coming back in. Just because MVU can win a draw. Once you have the possession, get a couple shots, see what you can do, and then I try to just pepper it. I try to get 2 guys in front of the net and just pepper from the point. Have people in the slot. Just get people around the net in Bouchard's face so you can get a goal in.
So, it's been a great game so far. We've seen
we said
scoring.
This would be a playoff preview, the 2 of the better teams in the state, and it has been.
For a game being played on, December 21st, this has had a playoff feel to it. By a long shot. I mean, both these teams know there's a lot on the line. I have them ranked 8th and 9th, respectively, in my power rankings, Milton at number 8. And, I mean, I haven't seen anything from either of these teams to prove that they should be anywhere but higher in the power rankings. Both of them have played really well tonight as Perry picks it up below. Power play now on for Milton. Shot loose out in front. Puck comes down, knocking it down, looking for a shot was D'Souza. It'll come back, picked up there by Milton, and it's Cameron Forger, and he sends it back all the way down.
Right,
over the stick of Ehler.
Get some possession.
A minute to go. When will they pull Ehler? Will he skate out with Goodrich?
Yep.
Here he comes. He's looking. Perry up over the attacking blue. Will he drop off for D'Souza? No. He centers it.
Oh, my God. Oh, he missed.
How did that not go in? My goodness, it's PJ Bouchard.
Oh, Bouchard, if that's the save of the night right there.
I want to see that one again because, I saw absolutely, there was no way that puck is not in the net.
It was the goal.
It was a beautiful cross-ice one-timer. Bouchard was down and out, and all of a sudden the puck's not in. What a play. Puck comes loose. Bouchard dives on top of it. 48.9 to go. Ehler is back in the net for Milton in a 2-1 game.
And by back in the net, we mean as close to the blue line as you can get.
He is at the top of the circles.
He really is close there.
Gates. Ehler will fall back into his crease. 40 seconds to go. Ehler, a soft pass over to Goodrich. Goodrich,
good
pressured
pressure
from
there.
Porter. Good forecheck from the MVU forward there, Jackson Porter. 30 seconds to go. Ehler confidently skating to the bench now this time. No hesitation about it. 25 to go on the clock. Milton, desperate for the tying goal after being robbed just a few moments ago by Bouchard. Sent down the ice towards the empty net. It's just wide, and no icing here. Trying to find it is Porter. He got the stick lift, and now in comes Milton. Porter takes it away. Porter will put it on, and it's knocked away there by Mason. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Mason will hold it, and MVU will come away with a 2-1 victory tonight at Highgate Arena in the Battle of Highgate Arena. MVU 2, Milton 1 the final.
Yeah, just a great game for both teams there. You don't want to say it just to say it, but yeah, a great game for both teams there. Ehler and Bouchard just stealing the show tonight. Just amazing performances from those guys. I'd love to see this matchup in the playoffs because, Milton had a chance there. They had 2 or 3 great chances there at the end of that game to tie it up, and they just could not do it because Bouchard, he shut it down.
So, goal scorers tonight. Milton led off the scoring in the first period with Owen Perry getting the goal in the last minute. And then MVU came out in the second period, got a goal from Stephen King on a beautiful feed from Hunter Mason. And then the winner coming with about 6 minutes to go, 6.5 minutes left in the game. It was a fantastic one-timer from the senior defenseman Kyle Gilbert off the pass again of Mason. So Mason gets 2 assists tonight in the victory, but the goaltender stood out tonight. Dustin, who are your 3 stars for this game?
Well, my 3 stars, Mason had an assist on that goal, on one of those goals, right? I believe.
Mason had 2 assists.
Mason had 2 assists. So even though he didn't score the goal, he's going to be my third star.
I would agree.
My second star is
This is where it gets interesting because you know it's going to be the 2 goalies.
So, the question is, what do you value more? Did you value Bouchard keeping MVU in it towards the end, or did you value Ehlers? I'm going to say Bouchard was second for me because MVU just had the third period. Ehlers just played by himself the third period, it felt like. So he's my first star. Bouchard is my second.
That'll do it for us tonight on Northwest Access TV. A fantastic game between MVU and Milton. It comes down to the final seconds as Milton unable to strike on the power play. They finished the day 0 for 5 with the man advantage. MVU uses 2 power play goals to power their way past the Yellow Jackets tonight and move to 2-2 on the season. For Alan doing some fantastic videography up in our Northwest Access TV scaffolding. And thank you to Dustin Tanner for joining me tonight. I'm Nick Mumley. We will see you next time. And this has been Vermont Division II Boys Ice Hockey right here on Northwest Access TV.